There's my dog. Who knows?
So are we like recording this, or are we like streaming it live for all to see? I just want to know if I can get naked or not. Oh, did I say that out loud?
In either case, you cannot.
Yeah, I was gonna say, regardless, the answer is no.
No.
Okay. Well, I also want to know if I can
No.
like do ads, do ads or anything. Like, you know, I mean, if
Like Critical Role. This isn't Critical Role. The new season
we
3
can make
just started.
we might make money. Like you know, sometimes I may need a break, and I may need a Kit Kat.
I'll give you a break.
This commercial break sponsored by Kit Kat.
We don't actually do that unless Kit Kat actually pays us the money.
I was gonna
Yeah,
say,
but if we do it, maybe
let's
Kit
get
Kat will
into
pay us the
sponsors
money.
first.
They don't need to now.
No, that.
Well,
yeah,
there's that.
they
I
don't
mean,
work like that, man.
We might throw an ad in for Silver Beach.
Oh, they want to sponsor?
Silver Harbor Woodworking.
Thank you.
Silver Beach.
Thing.
Needs more advertising.
I got the first part
Apparently.
right.
Yep, you got silver. He was looking at my hair, and I came to him. No, I figure if we do the Kit Kat, we can give Kit Kat the free commercial, and then, you know, if it doesn't work out and they don't pay us, then we say, "Oh, that Kit Kat made me sick." You know, like.
But this coffee crisp is much better.
I'm going with Cadbury. I'm going with Cadbury products now. God, stick away from Nestle. God, steal water. Sorry, Nestle.
He's not sorry. It's true. Stop stealing our.
I'm
damn
not
water.
sorry. It's stop stealing our water. Yeah.
Use American crap water for your American crap products.
They are pulling it out of American water. It's our water, but they're pulling it out of the U.S. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Yeah, routed from here. I mean.
Yeah, they're pulling out of the Great Lakes.
Wow.
On the state side.
I put some interesting stuff into this Great Lake, so they can have it. Even we don't drink our water from this Great Lake. You know what I'm saying? Thunder Bay, right on the shore of this Great Lake, gets its water from somewhere else.
I know. My house is on that same shore.
Yes, it is. Well,
Bear Point.
Bear Point, which is on Lake Superior. We do get our water from Superior.
We do now, yeah.
Well,
Filtered
we always
twice,
do.
once-
On this side of the city, we always do.
Yeah.
Filtered twice. Once by Justin's kidney, and the other time by Bear Point.
Tastes so much better now that that blob's gone.
Good to know.
I got you guys. I got you.
Yummy. All right.
Are you in the revival thing next week, Mike? No.
No, actually, I'm not. I didn't have time after I got my CNC, so I don't have enough stuff prepared, and I'm still making sure the CNC is working properly. So next time I will.
Mom said,
sure.
"Mom."
Okay.
Sorry, Dad.
It's okay, buddy. Don't worry. It's gonna ask for another. Oh, sorry.
You good, Mike?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm just approving something for Aiden's iPad. I'm waiting. It's bleeding slow to approve anything.
Look,
Don't know why, but
You're at work, yeah.
When you press your stupid purchases.
look, I'm at home.
Good idea. Take a picture of your work and then use it as your background.
I did. I had cardboard boxes behind here. In order to do Zoom videos, I had to put cardboard there because it was just too bright. It's south facing, and we did actually buy blinds that are going to block it out, but they're just not in yet. A surprisingly good picture, actually. If you want to get started, just say, we'll shut up.
Okay, just make
oh, he won't.
Feel free to mute him anytime, dude. All right, everyone, welcome back to Tales from the Yawning Portal. Last week, our party arrived after a lengthy travel in the small town of Oakhurst. The evening before, they had been attacked in their slumber by small little trees. The party quickly overcame them and made their way into town the next day. But arriving at this small farming community of Oakhurst, they set off the town store where they met Kerwin Berkeley at the store, and after purchasing all of her candles, they found a story of her son and daughter venturing off to scour the Sunless Citadel for artifacts to bring back for the store to sell. That was over a month ago, and she has not seen nor heard from them. Obviously, she's getting worried. She offered the party rewards for their return, either alive or not. After that, the party went to speak with the mayor, Werner Lung. Very cordial, exuberant gentleman who advised the party that they were buying fruit off of the goblins every spring and fall.
A fruit.
A fruit. He wasn't too forthcoming with exactly what was happening with it, but he offered a reward to the party if they could bring back the fruit for them or find out where they're getting the fruit from. And after stealing the candy from the nice lady at the front, Jenny, they went across to the inn. Met with old man Garan, the innkeeper there. They rented a room, and they have stabled their horse and cart and donkey there, as well as Peony and Caitlin, who decided to sit there and see if they can get past their gastrointestinal problem. Join the party later. The party set off. They headed down the old road trying to find the Sunless Citadel. After a number of hours of traveling, passing abandoned homesteads and farms, the party came to a ravine which they followed alongside. They eventually came to pillars and noticed a rather sturdy rope over the side of the cliff and headed down to what they could make out was a ledge at the bottom. And the ranger, the fearless ranger, Adolin, slid down.
Yes, that's the word we use, yes.
Fearless. Slid down the rope as quickly as he could and arrived at the bottom while the rest of his party looked on from the top of the ravine, where he was beset almost immediately by 3 giant rats. Although he gave up a good fight, he eventually fell with deep wounds on his sides. The party descended as quickly as they could, landed on the ledge, and were able to quickly vanquish the remaining rats, and luckily save
I softened them all up for you.
the ranger's life. While searching the area, Rivik came across a what looks like an adventurer's pack that was left there by
Conveniently.
some adventurers. Who, he's not sure. But they contained a couple of potions and some torches, which the party helped themselves to. They continued.
My thought was it's an adventurer similar to the elf, because you noticed he's not there.
It's gone. You continued walking down until you reached the bottom of the ledge where the giant Sunless Citadel, crumbling and covered in debris, was laid out before you. As you climbed over one battlement and up the stairs, and you were approaching the one door, Adolin noticed what looked to be some sort of pit trap right before the door, and he was able to guide the party around it where they didn't fall to their deaths. After entering the Citadel itself, they found themselves in a large room, circular room, with some dead goblins. One was being held up with a spear that was through his body. Kron pulled the spear out of the wall. The goblin fell to the floor, and there was some draconian writing on the wall. Unfortunately, no one could make out what was said. The party then
Whoa,
opened...
can we... Sorry, it was Draconic? Because I can read Draconic. I was not aware it was Draconic.
No, because I looked at your character sheet and it's not on there.
It's on my character sheet. Yeah. I'm looking at it right now. Orc, Common, Elvish, Draconic.
It wasn't there before.
Yes, it was. I haven't even loaded it up since then.
As I looked.
I promise you I did not touch it. I haven't been anywhere near it.
Oh yeah, no, your language is just list Common, Elvish, and Orc.
How come it says Draconic on my website, on my screen? Because I didn't even know it was Draconic, but
Yeah, Common,
whatever.
Elvish, and
It doesn't
Orc.
matter. I don't know. I can take a screenshot of mine, but...
Different. You can share your screen as well.
Oh, yeah.
It's a
Good.
different dialect.
Dialect. Okay, right there.
Oh, I must have imported it wrong. I'll delete it. I'm going off your D&D
Sure.
character sheet.
Yeah, I don't know what happened, but it was there for some reason. Don't know why. How do I unshare now? Oh, there we go. Stop share.
Did you have enough spaghetti? Yeah.
Anyway, I thought I'd mention it. Doesn't matter.
There were three entrances or three doors that you could see to that room. The one you came for on the east, and then one to the northwest and one to the southwest. You chose to go through the door on the northwest, leading into a long hallway where our party finds herself now. Kron opened the door at the far west of the hallway, while Adolin and Rivik were about to try and open the doors in front of them.
No, we were just listening.
Oh, listening.
Just listening, yeah.
And the monk was 5 paces back.
What is
The
that?
monk went the monk went back to shut the other door.
You're right.
Mm-hmm.
How convenient.
But then Kron ran into a room and
So looking at it right now, the only one that has a torch lit is Davner, because the rest of you have dark vision, correct?
Yep.
Okay. So that will show up in the lighting of the scene. Just so you know, if you're anyone but Davner, if you're in total darkness, everything will be just shades of gray. If you see color, that's because there's lighting. There's actual light there lighting. Adeline, do you want to roll a perception check?
I would love to. I just have to remember where I click.
You can bring up the...
I was trying. That's what I'm looking for. That big. There it is. I found it. On my own too. Right. Perception, you said?
Yep. And Rivik, you can do the same.
Oh, I like it.
Adeline, you place your ear against the door and you listen. Gonna tell Davner and Rivik, shh. This is just as Kron's opening the door to the west of you. And you do not hear anything. Silent. Rivik. You as well are listening at the door. Adeline tells everyone to shush. And you think you might hear a little bit of bubbling water, maybe?
Bubbling water.
That's about it.
I say that. Bubbling water. What the? Hey, where's Kron going?
He's pulling an Adolin.
He's about to get attacked by 5 people.
I'm just opening the door.
That's not what it shows on my screen.
All right, Kron.
Swaley's
so
unconscious, then we'll go in.
You open the door and you walk directly into this room. And in front of you, crudely executed symbols and glyphs, inscribed in bright green dye, decorate this large and irregularly shaped crumbling chamber. A large pit in the center shows evidence of a recent fire. A metallic cage in the middle of the southern wall contains a gaping hole and stands empty. A small wooden bench draped with green cloth is next to the cage, and there are several small objects on it. A bedroll lies near the wooden bench, and the sound of whimpering comes from inside it. You notice there is no light in the room, and you can see what looks to be like a few doors, and possibly a hallway that goes down.
Where do I hear the whimpering coming from?
Directly to your west in the bedroll,
Bedroll?
a pile of hay.
It's where the demon sleeps.
So I just back up so that I'm just in the doorway.
Okay.
I'll just go over my shoulder. There's something in the room here.
Ominous.
Yes, it's you.
Check it out.
Okay, with Nervik there, I'll start slowly moving forward. Quietly. In my armor.
Quietly.
Make a stealth roll.
Ooh, a -1.
At disadvantage. What are you wearing for armor?
What are
Uh,
you wearing?
Standard question.
chainmail.
Chainmail. That should be fun for a stealth roll.
Shink.
Sound like RoboCop.
Shink.
Just said roll disadvantage.
Yes.
Not bad.
Hey,
I've seen
bad
worse.
here. So you walk into the room and you kind of slowly make your way over to the west side. You're slowly passing the cage on your right, which is fairly large. Could easily house a few people, if not something larger, like a horse. You do notice one side of the cages looks like it's been busted open. You pass the small bench on your right-hand side, and you slowly, silently, as far as you're aware, approach the sleeping body on the covered up.
Does it look like whatever? Does it look like something broke out of the cage?
It's kind of hard to tell from where you're at this point. It is dark, mostly dark in here. There's a little bit of light coming in from Davner's
Come on in, Daphne.
torch.
You get him, Kron. You get him.
Is anyone else moving in, or are they all just waiting by the door?
We're waiting by the door.
Okay, I'm gonna slowly make my way around this way. Well, it's about there.
Okay. You take a look down and you can see there's some sort of figure underneath the blanket whimpering.
Okay, I turn my spear around so it's got the blunt end pointing forward, and I give a little prod.
You're supposed to stick him with the pointy end.
You turn your spear around and you give the figure beneath the cloak a prod. First softly, Nothing. The whimpering continues.
Okay, I'll reach down and pull back the bedroll.
All right, you reach down and you pull the bedroll away. Underneath, you see what appears to be a small kobold. He's
Or did
almost
you use the pointy
in
end?
the fetal position. And he's almost rocking back and forth. You look at him, he's wearing just basically a tattered loincloth. You notice scars, cuts, bite marks all over his body. It doesn't seem to, well, if he notices you, he doesn't seem to acknowledge your presence.
And,
He's probably cold in that loincloth. Maybe you want to snuggle him and warm him up.
right. I'm gonna check out
Blunt
the
end of the
cage
spear.
while Kron's hovering over the kobold and investigating that. I'm gonna investigate the cage, like kind of shift through the hay.
So you're going to go in the cage?
I'm gonna start shifting through the hay from the outside first. If this looks, or do you know what I mean?
Yeah, sure. You're kind of looking at the cage. So the cage is probably a good 10 feet by 10 feet by 10 feet. It reaches basically the ceiling in here. You can see the hay has been disturbed. The door from now that you're looking right in it, it appears to have been broken open the way the doors are looking. Make a perception check.
Getting better.
Getting better. You're kind of prodding around in the cage, and you see something kind of white that's on the floor kind of glimmer off of the sunlight or the torchlight that Davner has.
White like gem-like white, or white like scale of something that's gonna bite me white, or
You couldn't really tell. It just for a second.
I'll dig
If
to
you're,
it.
if you're more perceptive.
I clear away some hay.
Okay, you're gonna have to go around and actually go in the cage.
All right, I jump in the cage.
Okay, you go around. The entrance is on the right side there, and you go over to where you saw the
Sorry,
the glint, and you move the hay around, and you reach down and you find something that almost looks like a diamond, but it's not. It's thin. You want to make me a nature or survival check?
either or.
Yep, whatever's better for you.
Huh.
It's
Not
leathery.
that one.
You kind of hold it in your hands and you're like, I have no idea what this is.
But it looks kind of like a diamond, but flat.
But flat. It's big and it comes to a pointy end. Almost like a small shield. You know, like the pointed shield.
I'll bring it to the savant. Davner,
Maybe-
come take a look
Maybe
at
it's a
this.
shield for the halfling. What his size?
Oh, look at that.
You want to make a nature or survival?
Love to.
While they're doing that, I'm going to take out one of my rations. I'm going to bend down and put it in the hand of the kobold.
Okay, right back to you. And since you're standing right there Adolin, you can also make a nature or survival check.
Okay.
Because we really need somebody to get over 11.
I'll do survival. Well, that's not going to do it.
It's like nothing you've ever seen. You figure it comes from an animal, but other than that, you're not sure. So, Kron, you are kneeling over this small, weeping kobold and reach into your sack and pull out one of your rations. They're still rather fresh. You notice the stench in the room now that you have this piece of food out is almost overwhelming, of almost like urine and feces. The odor just kind of overwhelms you for a second, and you're not used to it. That kind of smell coming from your upbringing and kind of shocks you for a second. You take the food and you kind of put it on top of his hand, and you see all of a sudden he seems to finally realize you're there, and his eyes open, and he turns and he looks at you. Meeple? Meeple! And he gets up like he's scared, but he's still clutching the food, and he kind of pulls himself up against the wall. He's now on his knees.
Let's give him a calm. What languages do I speak here? What do I figure they would speak? Do they have their own language, or?
Roll an intelligence.
Man.
You have no
Get rid
idea.
of all these rolls right now.
Get him out of the way.
No.
You can see he's shivering. He says, Meeple, you big, scary.
Not
It's
scary.
common.
Eat.
Meeple, scared.
I point down to the food.
Oh. And he looks at it and he kind of smells it and he starts to eat it hungrily, but he's looking up at you as he eats it. He's keeping his eye on you, and at this point he notices the Dabner down by the other side of the bench there. Oh.
While Kron is spooning with the kobold there, I'm going to check the northern section out up here.
I'm gonna just tell him or ask him. Who has been hurting you?
Hurt? No one hurts me, Bo.
You are covered in scars.
Oh, these are from my pet. They are not hurt. Meeple is the keeper. But we lost. Calcrick. Wretched goblins stole him. They did.
What is he?
What is who?
Your pet.
Oh, pet. Well, that's our clan's dragon. I am the keeper of dragons. A very important position. But we lost Calcrick's. Wretched goblins scold him. You see, as you're looking at him, his fright seems to be dissipating, and he starts to get angry at the thought that he's lost his charge.
I turn back to the group. Apparently, the goblins stole this kobold's dragon.
Oh, the kobold has a dragon, does he? Okay, then.
He did.
Hmm.
Is
Well,
it right?
perhaps we can add it to the things that we're gonna rescue when we kill the goblins.
Kill goblins? You kill goblins. Rescue Caltrix?
Yeah, that's what I said.
Oh. Mm.
Why did
Listen, ask
why did
ask
you sound
Meatball.
like Kermit the
Ask
Frog?
Meatball if there's any gold in this.
He looks filthy rich in his loincloth.
Well,
His-
this is what I'm
his
getting at. Is
loincloth,
we're gonna rescue a dragon? Like,
sleeping
might
in
be
his
lunch for the dragon.
little
Really?
hovel.
Probably the reason he's named Meatball.
Can I maybe put it together? No, never mind. I'm not that intelligent. Can somebody more intelligent in the party who has seen the white thing that I was holding maybe put it together that there was a baby white dragon or something in this?
I haven't seen this. I
page?
haven't seen what you're talking about.
Well, either of the other two characters in the party are undoubtedly smarter than I am.
How intelligent are you?
Not. I have a -1. Let's just put it that way.
I'm only intelligent enough not to have a penalty against intelligence rolls.
No.
Me as well.
Sadly to say, the orc is the.
I show the orc
brains of the
this
operation.
white thing. I show the orc the white thing
Oh,
as
that's
we're
concerning.
talking about it. I go, does this have anything to do with it? Your dragon missing? And I show the orc.
So you said I can make a survival roll on that? Or nature?
No, you can just make an intelligence roll.
Just intelligence?
Is that a good roll to make, or is that not a good roll to make?
There you go.
Oh, fuck.
You see the what you know as some sort of scale. Although, if what Meepo is saying is true and it's a dragon scale, it's a very, very young dragon.
Maybe it's an alligator scale.
No, what you have
White
there is a dragon
An
scale.
albino, an albino alligator.
Aye.
Do kobolds lean towards like being more on the evil side, or are they kind of all over the place?
Make a history check. From what you've heard, they tend to be self-serving. They're not inherently evil. They're definitely not inherently good.
They're inherently greedy.
They are. They live in small
Except for
planets.
this one who would love to find anything other than a loincloth, apparently.
So we're looking for these goblins to begin with, are we not?
We are. They got the other party. They got the girl's kids. They got the mayor's egg or apple or something. And now they got this dude's dragon. They pretty much have everything we need in a one-stop shop. Just go wipe them out, rescue everybody, and fa la la, we're the heroes.
I turn back to Meepo. Do you know where they would have brought your dragon?
He looks away from where he was looking at Rivik on the other side of the room, and he kind of snaps back to the attention when you start speaking to him. It's almost like you forgot you were standing there for a second. Meeple don't know, but Ursel does. Meeple take you to meet Ursel, our leader. If you make nice.
I look over to the rest of the group on that one.
You get safe passage if you promise to make nice. Maybe if you promise to rescue Dragon, yours will make nice to you, answer questions.
Is it
I'd
worth
say
it?
we follow. I'd say we follow Jar Jar Binks and go find the, because otherwise he's not gonna. He doesn't seem to know much more.
I'll turn back to him. Bring us to your leader.
Make nice?
Yes, we will make nice.
Big strong man make nice. I take you to your son now. And you see he gets up, seems to be a little sore. Seems to be some of his wounds haven't healed. Although he states that the dragon was friendly to him, you kind of seriously doubt it. So he gets up.
Probably got
and
Stockholm syndrome.
he starts to lead you down the hallway. Aylin, you're gone to the north part of the room. You pass a little fire pit. You notice there's 2 doors there. Other than that, there's not much you can see.
Okay, nothing, no items on the ground or anything like that.
No, you can make a perception check. Or an investigation check if you're going to actually look around.
Oh, look, they've been talking. I've been looking around a little bit, so I'll make an investigation.
Davner closes the door behind him.
I didn't open the door.
You search around, but you find nothing of interest.
Can I listen at both of those doors and just see if I hear anything at either of those doors?
Sure, pick a door.
Pick a door, any door?
While this guy's sticking his ears on doors, I put the white scale of some sort into my backpack.
Okay. There's actually 3 of them there. You want to take
Perfect.
all 3?
Absolutely. Unless they're like deathly heavy.
No, they're not heavy at all. They're like a heavy leather.
Okay. Yeah, I take all
Almost.
3 then.
They're not even hard at this point. You can kind of bend them. Like they're kind of bendy.
200 more of these, and you have leather armor.
Island, you
dragon
listen at the
scale
door in the
something.
top northeast side. You place your ear against it, but you're nothing but a faint trace of wind.
Okay, I'll move over to the other door. Do the same thing.
All right, you listen at this door. You can hear what sounds like crackling of a fire and possibly some snoring.
Gotcha. Okay, and we'll move away, and I'll go back down and report that to the rest of the group.
All right, Meeple starts heading down the hallway, and he turns to you and he says, "Come, follow Meeple." As you're walking down past these first sets of doors, he yells, "Blenda! Blenda!" Keeps walking down the hallway. Blenda!
Meatball's calling for a blender. That's not good.
You pass a couple of doors on your way.
Oh, here we go.
Basically, on your right-hand side, as you enter the room, you see a double row of relief carved marble columns match the length and proceed down to the end of the hallway, which disappears into the darkness. You can see what looks like 3 kobolds. Although, comparing them to Meepo, it's almost like night and day. These are definitely some sort of warriors. Even for their small frames, you can tell they look fairly strong and are carrying weapons. They were marching, it seems, in somewhat of an order. Up and down the hallway. When you come in, they turn and they face you. On your left-hand side, basically in the alcove there, a short throne stands near the west wall, constructed of fallen bits of masonry stacked against an old altar. On top of the altar sits a variety of small items. The portion of the altar that serves as throne back features a carving of a rearing dragon. A metallic key is held firmly in the dragon's open jaws. On this stone of throne, you can see what you believe might be a female kobold, although it is somewhat hard to tell, dressed in a tattered white robe of some kind with a large ring on her finger. Usual. Meeple bring people help find Drexel. She looks over at Meeple. Another party. Meeple. She looks over at you, and you notice to her right and to her left are another couple of these larger, stronger armed kobolds. Come in. Welcome to my throne room. Meeple, have they hurt anyone? No, not that Meeple, no. They're nice. Give Meeple food. She kind of slowly turns her gaze back to the party. Meeple says you might be able to help us find our dragon that he lost. And she turns and she gives him a glare. Meeple kind of wilts under the glare. You can hear him whimper a little bit. Not Meeple's fault.
We have come searching for some other parties that have gone missing in these ruins, and we believe that the goblins may have had something to do with it. As it turns out, you also have lost something to the goblins, so we figured we may be able to kill two birds with one stone, as it were.
How interesting. The goblins stole our dragon, yes. If you are able to return Calcrix to us, I shall grant you a reward. Meeple can accompany you if you desire. She looks over at Meeple. But I doubt you'll be successful. The last party has not returned.
Did the last party... Go ahead.
I was just going to say, that's all right. We're here to rescue them too.
Well, isn't that a coincidence?
Did you send the other party down to try and rescue your dragon as well?
Oh, no, the dragon was a more recent incident. The last party was here weeks ago. Since they passed.
And do you know the direction that they went?
Oh yes, Meeple could show you the way, the back way. As I said, the other party, they were going to fight the goblins as well, and they never returned. So if you take Meeple with you, it'll be no loss if you don't come back. Meeple
It'll be a loss for us.
Meeple.
All right, come on, Meeple. It's time to go kill some goblins. And find the dragon, apparently.
How many goblins?
The number we're not quite sure. They are deeper in the Citadel. Their numbers vary. They had raided us, and we had raided them, and we've come to somewhat of a truce. They keep to their side, we keep to ours now. So the numbers are, of course, hard to tell because we try to keep our own. Rarely now do they try to come across into our zone to get out. That is usually twice a year to bring the fruit to the local village. The outcast, he lives below and he grows the fruit. He gives it to the goblins.
No, I forgot. That's right. We're here to get his fruit too. What did you say he was?
He lives below. The dragon thieving goblins are his servants.
I'm sorry. The what? The what goblins?
Who is Outcast?
The outcast. He is the man. Not
Human?
sure what
Is he human? Is he?
Human, yes, human. He came here years ago. It has been since I've seen him.
Oh, by
Delicate.
chance, does he have a frog?
A frog.
A frog? Yes.
Don't recall seeing a frog,
Oh.
but I just saw him in passing.
I turned to the rest of the party. I go, I wonder if it's that other guy that we heard about.
Bellic the mage.
Yeah, that was him. This
So you
could
mentioned a
be-
reward.
A reward if you bring back a dragon? Yes, of course.
Are we talking a reward that glows and blows things up, or are we talking a reward that's kind of stinky and wrapped in leaves that we can eat? What kind of reward are we talking about here?
I could give you the key in the dragon's mouth ahead of me, above me, or any two of the items on the altar. And she kind of waves her hand. You look up and you see in this stone carving, you do see this rather large, ornate key that's there.
Can see it in the
Glints.
picture.
What is the key to, if I might ask?
We believe it is to the southern area. You may have passed it on the way in. What it holds, we are not sure. We have never gone there.
It's a treasure room. Unless this is like that game show where we take two of the items, but then we trade them in and we get a box of nothing. Stupid dwarven game shows. Let's just go kill some goblins.
What would the other objects be?
You gonna walk over and take a look at the altar?
Yep, I will. Yeah.
Sure. You head over there, and she kind of indicates for you to pass her, and the one kobold warrior kind of steps out of the way. And you take a look. You notice on the altar what looks to be a feather of some sort. It's just a single feather. There are also 3 scrolls and a small flask. And when you look at the flask, it's red and it has little bubbles in it.
Bubbles. Okay. Interesting. Okay. Thank you.
Well, Meepo,
Do we have a
will you lead the
deal?
way?
Humans and
I say there's actually no humans.
wolf, elf.
As long as you don't call me human again, no problem.
Humanoids.
Almost as bad, but
We have a deal.
He prefers elvenoid, if you will.
Meepo, come? Meepo,
Yes,
show
Meepo.
you.
Come on, Meepo. Show us the way.
Let's
Time
go,
to
Meatball.
Alrighty. He starts heading down the hallway. Come, follow me, Bo. As he heads down the hallway, you pass 2 more doors on your left, and you see there's a very large set of sturdy double doors in front of you. But Meepo doesn't head that way. He heads down the corridor and to the right, back where the cage was. Oh, my dragon. I'm the keeper of the dragons. Very prestigious. Go find my friend, Kraxel. And he opens the door and he gestures you to go down the hallway.
Yeah, seems like you were great at looking after the dragon.
Meepo was.
I'm sure you were.
You follow down the hallway. You can see there's torches here, but they all remain unlit. He brings you to another door.
And light them as I go by.
Spread the torch well. That's the way.
I think you might have forgotten to close the door back there, too. Never mind.
Had to say it, didn't you?
I want to see what he'd do. It'll be entertaining if there's traps.
Waiting to see if something happened to you guys while I was down there.
No, we stayed put. Didn't
It's
blow
been
anything up.
fixed.
I feel pretty safe. My God's pretty sure he can get me out of this. But he's pretty sure you're screwed, Elf.
Meepo enters through the room that he opens the door. Chamber is empty, home to rat droppings, crumbling flagstone and stains. Anyone want to make a perception roll?
Mhm. Extremely perceptive.
Even I'm fairly perceptive.
Sure, but
Davner,
that's what you
not
want to
so
tell
much.
yourself.
Well, I mean, I didn't roll like a 22 or anything, you know. Of course, I don't have a +4.
No, you don't.
So, Adolin, as you
Plus
walk
0.
into this empty room, you notice some tracks in the dust on the floor.
Oh,
Appears
I
that
do now.
some were made, looks like, by rats, and some were humanoids. Everyone
Any
make
type
a,
of humanoid I might recognize?
Everyone make a survival check.
Well, it's not going to do it.
No.
There we go.
Okay.
I rolled a 14.
The tracks seem to head north.
Looks like they
By the
go
door.
through that door.
Can I listen at the door, please?
You listen at the door. Perception. And you hear nothing. Silence. Quiet.
I just
Go ahead,
run up
Meatball.
and open it.
No.
What's in there, What's his name? Meepo?
Meepo.
Meepo, yep.
What's in there,
Sounds
Meepo?
like meatball.
Is that how your dragon went?
This is... We don't not sure where Dragon went, and this is the way to the goblins.
Okay, good enough. Good enough, meeple. Whoa, what the hell?
So you head into this room through the door, and you see dust and odd bits of stony debris and rubble lie scattered on the floor. An ornate fountain is built into the eastern wall. Though cracked and stained, the fountain's overarching carving of a diving dragon retains its beauty. A relief carved stone door stands on the western wall.
Can I investigate the thingamajigger? The dragon carving? You know, for the fireball trap that it's going to shoot out its nose at me?
Yeah, I'm gonna move away from the dwarf.
Adolin, do you still see the tracks?
Do I still see the tracks?
Alright. Rivik, you walk over to the door and take a look.
I believe I do still see the tracks.
Rivik, you're looking at the door or the fountain?
The fountain.
Okay, the fountain. So you walk over to this fountain. You can tell it's incredibly old by the looks of it. Intricately carved with multiple dragon motifs. There's a thin layer of scum coats the bottom of the basin, but otherwise it's dry. Make a wisdom perception check. Okay.
Yeah. Well, it looks pretty nice to me. I give the dragon head a little pat, and see what everybody else is doing.
The stone is cold, smooth, definitely crafted by someone with immense skill. Adeline checking out the door. All right, you walk over the door and you notice the carvings on the western door show skeletal dragons, beautifully carved on these two massive heavy doors. You can see they're almost like they're in flight, almost two of them almost like they're either fighting or they're following each other. It's quite beautiful and looks quite old.
Open the door.
You do see an inscription on the door. But
Oh.
unfortunately, you cannot make out what it says.
If only you could read Draconian.
You do notice that the air is noticeably cooler as you approach the door.
Open it. You know you want to. Sounds like it's locked. Not sure who's opening it, but
So, Mike, you try and open the door.
you're muted, Mike.
We can't hear you.
Yes, I'll try and open the door.
All right. So you notice that the handles are actually kind of like the tails of the dragon. One is coming down, and the other one's coming up. And
So I have to grab this dragon's ass to open the door.
basically.
Give its little tail a tuggaroo.
So you grab it and you give it a tug. You realize the door isn't giving, and as you're doing that, you hear a click. And from the ceiling above you, a scythe drops
Ooh.
and comes out.
Make a dexterity check to dive out of the way.
Ooh.
Ooh.
That was Nivrik.
The hell did I roll a
Ooh,
22?
how'd you do that? Oh, 'cause you're
I mean,
like
good
that?
for me, but
Good
did
for
I
you.
swing at him? Touch that door, will ya?
I'm glad the side hit you, not me.
All right, so this comes down just as you're touching it. It startles you, comes down, and you try and duck out of the way, but it's kind of sinks into your shoulder. You take 5 points of damage, and it's now
Oh.
down, and the blood is kind of coming from the wound, which is ragged. I mean, this looks quite old. The door remains
Why did I
closed.
swing at him?
'Cause I had your character selected.
It wasn't me. There's enough animosity between the elf and the dwarf for you to start hitting him with traps that say
I don't
they're
make-
me.
I don't make the rules, Dorf.
Well, you just took 5 damage. Take that.
And yet, I'm still at full hit points.
Nice.
You're not. Yeah, I figured you'd take care of that.
So you look up and you can see the slot where the blade was concealed in the ceiling, about 10 feet up.
Mm.
I just shake my head at Adolin. Perhaps we should just follow the tracks and continue with one quest at a time.
I'll try open the other door, Orc.
Can we once a trap is sprung? Can we like? I don't know.
The sai is just hanging there now.
Oh, okay. So this one's done.
Yeah.
Nurvik
It-
wants to reset it so
it
it gets the
didn't-
next person.
Yeah, it didn't reset itself.
Yeah, you
I'll
said
pull
you
it out
were-
of him and I'll swing it again. No, just kidding.
Don't make me pump
Okay.
you full of arrows.
Are you gonna open the other door there? See if your other shoulder can take a hit.
No, you're gonna.
I check it for traps. Why am I not moving? Whoops. Okay, I check this door for traps. Night, night.
Good night.
There you go. You can say goodnight.
Oh, she couldn't.
Good night.
We said
Good
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 night.
night.
Jason? Love you.
Okay, make a roll.
I like that age because it's just daddy's friends instead of a bunch of weird old guys.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, we can be both.
I hate to
You
tell
can
you this, but we're a
double
bunch
duty.
of weird old guys.
You take a look at the other door, and you don't notice anything.
Okay, I'll try and open it, but I'm gonna watch my head.
I'm gonna just take this.
All right.
I'm gonna watch it too.
You grab
Roll
the
off
other
your shoulders.
You grab the other tail and you try and push on it, but you feel it gives immediate resistance. You try to pull it and it doesn't budge.
So,
But nothing.
Oh.
You're waiting for
Nothing
something
drops
to fall.
on my
but
head?
Nothing drops in there.
Figures.
it's locked. What are you guys doing way over in the corner there?
Davner and Crane, you can make a perception check.
Apparently, we're trying to perceive things.
Apparently. Oh, not very well.
That was almost a very good one.
There we go.
Instead, it was shit.
The only guy with the
The-
torch can actually see something.
Davner, as you walk over to the fountain and you're taking a look and you see the slime and noticing how beautifully it's carved, you notice at the very bottom of where the water would have been, around the interior base, you notice a mostly worn away inscription but unfortunately you can't read what it says.
All right, so I look down and I go, this is interesting.
Hmm.
Let's see if the rest
What
of
do
the
you-
party is interested.
What's
What
interesting?
do you see there, Davner?
It's an inscription.
What does it say?
We all go over and not read it.
Can't make it out.
No, it looks very similar to the same kind of writing that you saw before on the walls.
You know, I feel like I used to know how to read this language, but I somehow have forgotten it.
Did Meatball read?
Just about to ask him that.
Meepo. Oh. Meepo, read. And he comes over and he looks at it and he goes, let there be fire. As soon as he says that, reddish liquid begins to come out from the diving dragon's mouth, slowly accumulating in the front of the basin.
A good-looking red liquid or a not-so-good-looking red liquid?
Like lava?
Red.
Does it feel warm?
You can touch it.
Nope. I want to know if it's lava. I can feel for me.
It is not radiating heat. No. It's fairly viscous, almost like water, just red in color, and you can
I'll
see
touch it.
it's coming out and it's filling up. You reach over and you touch it, and it, although it looks like water, it's a little bit oily. You're not.
Does it have a
Sure
consistency
it is.
of blood?
No, it's not that thick.
Okay.
It's
Does
more
it
like
smell noxious or flammable or?
It's you'd
Of course, it's
What would
flammable. I
you-
said, let there be fire. Put two and two together, Alf.
you'd kind of
Oh.
vaguely. It has a vague smell similar to like the oil that you would have doused your torches in.
Had we had torches?
Davner, maybe keep your torch away from there.
Or give it to the dwarf.
Does anybody have some spare bottles? Of course not. Why would we
So-
have
so-
anything useful?
Someone chugged a.
Yes.
I shoved a bottle down Adelin's throat.
You did.
I'll take out that bottle and I'll fill it up with some of that liquid.
All right. You go over. You take the stopper off. I'm glad you were smart enough to keep the vial, and you fill it up.
I have a water
Put
skin.
the stopper back on it.
Might need the water that's in there to drink later. That other party's been away for a month. We're not going to tell what we're going to find.
Huh?
Right.
Meepo do good.
Yeah.
Meepo read.
Meepo, you the best, Meepo.
Oh. Meepo kind of turns and he walks over to the big door in front of you. And Meepo read writing on this door?
Absolutely.
Wait, don't,
And
not
he
yet.
starts to read the words and he turns back. He looks at you.
Wait a minute. How about you say the words one at a time instead of all together before we say it all together, just in case. We'd hate for something unexpected to happen.
Okay. Rebuke the dead. Open the way.
That doesn't sound so bad. However,
You know,
I'm going to before we go further. I'm going to take one of my arrows out, dip it in the red liquid,
Mm-hmm.
and
just take a few of them and do that.
I think. Oh well, I'm going to try it first. I'm going to use. Davner, could I get you to try and light the tip of this arrow on fire?
Abner, can you
I'm gonna hold
this
it.
for a
I'm
second?
gonna hold it way away from me, and I've just dipped it in.
Yeah,
just
way
dip the
away
tip.
from
Just dip the tip in.
Just the tip.
Davner,
Just
would you
dip the
mind
tip.
Only dip the
lighting the
tip.
tip here?
We're going for the pull-out method here.
It doesn't work.
Don't get burned.
Literally.
So you dip the tip in.
Giggity.
You people.
You started it.
Hey,
Wait till
That's
he
also
lights
flaming-
it.
You dip the tip
I
in
just
your
want to use
sword
my
and
flaming
you,
arrow.
and you hold it out, and Davner takes his torch and he waves it underneath it. Now, when he does that, it doesn't ignite immediately, or basically kaboom. It catches fire, but very slowly, almost like an oil.
Okay. I'm going to take half of my arrows and dip them in, and then put them back in my quiver.
Okay. You can see the basin is almost now full of this liquid. It's starting to...
Gotcha.
I wonder if it stops.
Well, if it doesn't, we're gonna be walking in this stuff.
After a couple more minutes, if you wait, you notice it does stop right at the top of the bottom of the main basin.
Okay.
Rebuke the door. Rebuke the dead.
Rebuke the dead.
Open the way.
You know, like perhaps
I have a feeling we're gonna meet some undead.
I'm no smart person or anything, but I'm thinking
We know.
a cleric would have been a good idea to have with us. Usually is.
One of them.
Well, if you bathed more often, then they wouldn't have gotten sick to their stomach, and they'd probably still be with us. So.
Well, it might have been having something to do with you dipping the tip. Or perhaps they knew you were gonna, so they stayed away. Huh? Yeah.
Priestly warrior.
Shall we continue?
Let's rebuke the dead.
So, James, you can put unidentified potion on your sheet.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how.
UNIDEN.
I tried adding one. It just added a new loot.
Oh, okay. So, if you go on the top right, where all the icons are, if you go to the little book, second from the end, it should be
The
the
compendium packs?
Compendium packs.
Yeah.
Let's see. Items SRD. Now, if you type in stuff, basically you can drag and drop it to your character sheet. So I just typed in vial. And I'll just drag it and there we go. So it added it to yours.
Okay.
And then I can right click on it and go to edit if I want. And change put unidentified on it. You should see it in your
Okay.
inventory, yes?
Yep.
Okay. So if we find something like that, either I can do it for you or you can search it for yourself and pull it over and just drag and drop.
Okay.
Continuing on north. Rivik, you leave the dry fountain area and you continue your way north. You notice a cross intersection. It looks like a dead end to your right where a hallway has collapsed. There's only rubble remain. To the west, a single closed door. To the north, you can see far down to the end of the hallway. No, you can't. You see multiple sets of doors on the right and left of the hallway.
One of them just closed. Or was that accidental?
Everyone want to make a perception check?
Funny.
16. As you make your way into this room, once again you look down and you see the tracks. You notice now in the the dust that the small tracks look like rat tracks. They look fairly recent. The humanoid tracks, much older. It appears you count. You see what you think you can make out are 3 or 4 human-sized individuals moving off to the north. And then,
Sounds like where we should go.
looking closer, it looks like only 3 tracks coming back.
So there's tracks going both ways?
Yeah.
Did we ever
3
see
sets, 4 sets going forward, 3 sets coming back.
Do I see that thing at the end of the tunnel?
Do you see the thing at the end of the tunnel?
I do see something, yeah.
Okay.
I see what looks like. Can I say?
I don't think you can see that far.
Well, from where you are, you can see it. It looks like a lip of something, but you can't quite make it out at this distance.
yeah.
Do the tracks turn at all that are coming back, or do they go all the way straight back out the hallway?
You see nothing, but Adeline can't really tell. It's all pretty muttered up right here, especially you're now walking over them.
Good lord.
Rivik, you make your way down the hallway. The section of hallway contains 6 doors, all that are slightly ajar. The area smells of must and dampness. You're looking and they almost look like jail cells as you get closer.
Shall we examine them?
May as well.
Okay. Well, are they full doors though?
What's that?
Is it like a full door though?
Yep.
Or is it like, okay. I take a quick listen at this one.
Did you say they're all slightly ajar?
All slightly ajar. Yep.
Okay, I'm just going to
Hear
use
any
my.
sounds?
And Rivik, you don't hear anything.
Ah, screw it.
I just
I
use
kick
my
I kick it in.
my spear to push this one open.
All right. So Rivik kicks open the door cell. It flies open with
And I jump in and I go, ah, with my shield and axe to surprise. Probably
it flies
nothing.
open, but not with ferocity. But it clatters against the stone bench that lies within. You find yourself within a very small, double-bedded cell. The smell is just damp and stale. Rocks are cold. Even through your feet, you can feel the coldness. And Kron, you push the door open. You see what looks like in the southern part of the room, rocks crumbling from the ceiling that has started to give way. And you can see part of a bed.
Yeah, I'm just poking my head and I'm not running in. I'll leave that to the dwarf. And do the same here, just pushing it with the spear.
Avner, as you're bringing up the lead with your torch, you reach the first rank of cells and you notice that the doors are slightly ajar on both sides. As soon as the light comes down the hallway there, all four of you can hear some scurrying on the ground. And we will all roll for initiative.
For your class, do you ever do music?
I can't.
Music in your class?
There's no active combat.
You ever do music on
Oh, look at them all. There we go.
So as the light shines up down the corridors, the light starts to invade the cells themselves, rousing giant rats who come running out from underneath the rubble and the beds that are in the three of the cells that are in your area. It looks like they're going to try and come and take nibbles out of you. Supper time.
Oh, it was good knowing you, Elf. I hear giant rats have a taste for Elf.
Well, today they seem to have taste for dwarf and half orc.
I don't think so. First thing I do is grab the giant rat and toss it at the elf.
I have no problem shooting you with a flaming arrow.
Clicked on too many.
And the elves.
All right. So, Nrivik, you notice in the room that you were just about to look into, you see crawling out from underneath the stone bed another giant rat. Its teeth rotten and half cracked. It's looking at you like, oh, food. I'm going to come get you.
Yeah, pretty ugly. As a matter of fact, as I say that, yeah, I'll take a swipe with my battle axe. Maybe. If I can figure out how.
So is this giant rat an undead giant rat?
Whoops. Okay, is he moving
No,
up
I
one?
was just checking the distance, so you're gonna have to move up to him.
Yeah, I was gonna move. If I can, I'll move there.
Okay. And
Just in case somebody else wants to come save me if
Now
I'm
you can
dying.
target him.
And now,
Save me!
So I go like this, right? Target this
There, he's
guy,
targeted,
and then
yep.
I go this, and I go this.
All right, so you walk in. You're not phased by the rat. You took care of them up top, so you walk in right away. and you bring down your axe. And the giant rat it's not even halfway out of the underneath the bench, so it makes an easy hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
So, I don't know what versatile means, but I can just click this damage button in the chat thing.
Yeah.
Right?
Versatile means it can be one-handed or two-handed, right?
Oh, so versatile would be
The two-handed.
the better damage. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I did not critical. Oh, situational bonus. Yeah, I get like plus something for that, I'm sure. Big 6.
All right, you bring the axe down on its head as it starts to come out from underneath the bench, and you nearly cleave its head in half. You can see you've got chunks of flesh all over the tip of your axe now, but it still squirms. And it's trying to bite at your feet
Whoops.
now.
Look, my thing, sorry.
That's it.
All right. Things seem to be running a little better tonight. So you notice out of the far door, another giant rat comes screeching. He is kind of skidding on the cold cobblestones as he comes out with the smell of the food and the noise that's going on. And he comes down. He takes a leap at Ron, his little teeth gnashing. Gnash, 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 and he takes a bite. Bites into your leg, and he takes a chunk of flesh out of your leg.
Ooh, blasted little creature.
Kron, you get to return the favor. With your spear, it comes out, you slash down, and you basically pin it. Damage. Successfully hits.
Ooh, minimum damage.
Wait for the +3. So you stab down it as it comes and it bites your foot, and you go straight down, and you kind of drive the spearhead through its flank, and you can see it's bleeding profusely.
Ron, pointy side.
Pointy side.
The good news is you didn't stab yourself in the foot.
All right, Kron. As you stab down the one on the side, you catch out the corner of your eye. Another giant rat has come out from the slightly ajar door to your left. He is going to target you, and he's going to try and take an attack of opportunity. He takes another gnaw while you're distracted with the other one, and he grabs your other leg. Now you're bleeding, badly injured. If you hover over Kron, you should say badly injured.
Yep, he does.
Right on.
However, under the one rat, it says near death.
It does. Adolin.
We don't like the term badly injured. We prefer barely living.
I'll change that for next week.
Thanks. Yeah. Okay. I will take one step to the side here, and I'm going to fire on the uninjured rat. If I can remember how I target him.
The
There he
uninjured
is.
one?
Yeah.
Okay,
In the doorway.
he's going to be about a half cover, because you can only kind of see him through the doorway.
I can take a step forward though. Can't I? Is the door to the east? Has that one already been opened by Nivrik?
Yeah, he's gone inside.
Okay, so I will take a step up then, first, to get a full shot on that. Well, Yeah, maybe I should take out the badly injured one first. You know what? I'll take out the badly injured one first with my bow. I'll stay where I am.
All right. So basically, you watch as...
Is this an undead rat, by the way?
No.
Oh, okay. All right.
It's
Well, you
attack.
said it looked like it was torn up or something like that, so I wondered.
Yeah, because Kron put his spear basically through his...
Oh, it did.
So he was pretty hurt. So basically, you watch Nervik run into the room to your right, and then you see two rats come out of the rooms on the left, and both kind of jump and grab onto Kron's legs, and Kron retaliates with a spear through the one in near the top, and you step forward, and you pull out an arrow, you notch it, and you let it fly, and it goes right over Kron's shoulder, or sorry, it goes under his arm.
Right under
Downward.
Kron's shoulder.
Yeah, right under Kron's shoulder, and sinks into the head of the giant rat in front of it, killing it.
And I only get one attack with the bow, right?
Okay, level 1. Settle down.
That's what I figured. But I am an elf. I'm an elf, so you never know. If you get any bonuses for that. Yeah, I'm gonna back up one and stay where I am. Or sorry, that doesn't make any sense. I'm gonna back up one, and wait. Where's that turn?
All right. Oh, and Rivik, the
Bring it on, you
bloody
half-headless
giant
piece
rat
of-
in front of you, snips at your ankles.
Rat flesh.
Oh, bite your kneecaps off.
Looks like he's giving it one last go. Oh, and he hits you. Oh, it's Rivik. So what did he hit Rivik?
Holy cow! I'm dying here from a virus and not even near me.
Wow. Well,
I
that's a
told you it tastes for
powerful
dwarf and
rat.
half orc.
There you go.
Cripes, he's got a +4, +2, +2.
Natural weaponry.
Arr, arr, arr. So he comes out and near death, he takes a bite and he sinks his
Right,
teeth into
not-
your leg.
Not Kron.
See?
No.
How's that feel, dwarf?
Feels like a little scratch. Little frickin' giant rat. It's gonna get his head fully chopped off in a couple of
carotid
seconds.
Spurts.
My what?
As your carotid spurts. Taking some pressure on that.
He bit my foot. He barely got through my chain boot that I don't have.
You're so low to the ground, your carotid is near your foot.
All right, Davner. Choices.
Goes up. Goes into the room. Realize it's the wrong room.
I was like, what room do you go into?
Closes the door and stays in the room. Good plan.
Screw you guys. Luckily, everyone was behind
it,
you,
I'm
so
outta here.
no one notices.
Yeah. As he runs by me, I'm going, nice job.
So you pass
I
Aidling,
saw
you pass
that.
Kron, and you go into the cell where Rivik is standing, and you see the badly wounded giant rat. He's still got a hold on to Rivik's leg.
Shaking my foot.
Try to hit him.
Oh, it's biting!
The rat. Try and hit the rat. Not me.
Yeah, I'm trying.
But if you have to hit the dwarf, go ahead.
Did this last week successfully. Oh, there it goes.
There it
Jeez,
is.
took forever.
All right, you come in and you're holding the torch, and you try and give him a punch straight to the head, but unfortunately it's clawed onto Rivik's leg, and Rivik's shaking his leg, so it's the rat's going up and down, and you try and hit it with no luck.
So bonus action, can I still attack? I can't remember. Or do I have to hit? Let me go back to the other one. D&D Beyond's usually a little more clear.
Bonus action, unarmed strike. When you use the attack action with an unarmed strike or among women on your turn, you can make one armed at strike. It is a bonus action.
Yeah, it doesn't matter that I didn't hit, so
I think
will
it
do
was
again.
the flurry of blows or so that other thing that you tried to use
Yeah.
that you have to hit with.
Yeah.
But this sounds pretty. You take a swing with your left fist, you take a swing with your right fist.
Yeah,
You
so
know,
go ahead,
kind of thing.
attack again.
Okay, yeah, I clicked it. I'm waiting for it to happen.
Click it
I think-
repeatedly until it goes.
Well, that's what we did last time, and we got 2 of them.
12
I got
attacks,
bludgeoning, and then melee weapon attacks. So one didn't go. Let me try the other. If in doubt, go back to D&D Beyond.
There we go.
That me? Or was that somebody else?
It was you.
Just took forever.
Oh,
You did hit Nurek.
Why are you punching
But
me?
I don't have him targeted. I have the rat targeted.
Everybody just wants a piece of the dwarf.
there you go. On your
Sheesh.
second attempt, you connect squarely with the side of the rat's head, killing it. It flies into the corner and lands underneath the bed where it returns.
Can you fix my hit points? Thank you.
There's a nice undo button. Super easy.
Perfect. All right, so that
Alright.
one's dead. That one's dead. Ah! I can't move through an enemy, right?
Correct.
So is this the best? It's kind of off center-ish, but is this the best place?
What are you trying to do?
I'm gonna try and take a swing at the rat that's like at an angle through the door.
Yep.
Do you know
Well,
what I
you
mean?
can
Yeah.
you can move through, and you can move through it friendly. You just can't stop at the same.
Yeah,
You can.
but
It's also difficult terrain.
I don't know how
Yeah.
the enemy is in that door though. Like, is it possible for me to? I can't move anywhere. I'm stuck.
You can't. You
Is
can't
it
stop.
possible to get there?
No, because you can't move through his square.
But technically, if I go diagonal, do you
Oh,
what
I see.
mean?
Yeah.
Like that kind of thing.
I'm gonna say there's not enough room where
At the
he's
door?
standing. They're both basically on either sides of the door.
Okay, so what if I kind of stand there? Can I still swing at it?
You'll be at half cover. So
Okay,
just
so-
+2 to his AC. It's a little harder to hit him.
I have to go there. Like the way the map is, it's a little bit off, but now I can target him. What?
But you're too far away for your battle axe, aren't you?
No.
Well, technically, I'm
Just to
standing.
target him, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, I
You-
see. Gotcha.
You take a swing, but your
I'm
battle
missing.
axe hits the side of the door there, and it kind of
Stupid door.
sputters back.
Get out of my way, door.
Kron, the one in front of you, dead. The one on your left.
That's when I shall put my spear through. Eventually.
That's what you said last time.
Well, I did last time.
You kind of put it half through is a little bit, overzealous. You guys playing on Commodore 64s with 300 baud modems? What's going on?
You're all showing good pings. I'll do a quick refresh on my end.
I'm waiting for the text graphics to come up.
Move our little W's over across the screen. Man, I'm gonna have to go load some NetHack sometime in the near future. Oh,
For some reason,
Text
my
graphics came up.
screen just moved in.
Adlin showed his boobs on my screen, and yeah, for some reason the screen zoomed in.
Oh, I know why.
Tight.
Two seconds. It logged me out as the admin. Dungeon Master.
Oh no! Come back. We'll
I'm
change.
coming.
We can change. Shared about 50 door sounds.
I'm just finishing Davner's job, closing the doors behind me. He's busy. I'm just helping him out. He's busy punching rats.
Glad you're useful.
All right.
I did put an arrow through one,
I'm logging back in here. There we go. I'm back in.
While you were gone, we killed everything.
Killed everything. All right.
Got the apple, got back. All's
I
good.
see everybody's reconnecting.
We're level 36 now.
All right, Kron, you want to target that dude? And... All right, yeah, see that? Green. Justin targeted Kron.
I did not. Shh.
Did you attack Kron?
I'm trying. I've hit melee weapon attack a couple times.
You have the rat targeted?
Yep.
Can you
Nothing's
do it in
happening.
D&D Beyond? Oh, there you go. Something's happening.
I did it for you. You're showing leg spikes on my end. All right, you take a look in front of you and you strike down with your spear, but you miss.
Okay, I'm going to use a bonus action. Hey, where'd my character sheet go here? I'm going to use Second Wind.
What's that do?
It's a Billy Joel song. He sings it to them, puts them to sleep.
Really?
No.
Yeah.
Well, currently I'm reading at max health for some reason.
Yeah.
Get that worked out. You were at 5?
Yeah.
You're at 7.
Oh, that was nice.
All right. So you see, you all see Crotty takes an attack at the rat. He doesn't seem to hit it from what you can see, and then he kind of clenches his fist, and you can kind of see it kind of glows for a second, and he seems to look a little bit better. A little blood, more blood in the cheeks, but that's about it.
A little more blood in the cheeks instead of the blood on the
On
cheeks.
the cheeks.
Right. Uh-oh. Sarat's turn.
Off. So the rat in front takes another swipe at you and misses.
Misses.
Oh, it's the first miss. First miss of the night.
Well, they got +4. These are some stinky rats.
All right. Adlin.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna step forward. 1, 2. Can I stop there? I'm not quite right on the dwarf.
Technically, he wants to be behind. Yeah, right there.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Sort of.
And attack him with a bow. Oh, come on.
All right, you step
Very
up right
nice.
behind Kron, and you basically use his shoulder to steady your bow, and you fire an arrow and it sinks deeply into the rat, critically injuring it. Anything
I'll
else?
move. No. Well, actually, hang on. Who's next?
Davna.
The dwarf? Oh, Davner. Okay, I'm going to. I'll move up 1 and get out of Davner's way. And my turn there. Whoa.
All right, Davner.
It was a halfling. I seem to recall I can actually occupy the same space as one of my allies.
Oh, that's true, isn't it?
Is that still in place? I remember that when Rhonda was a halfling rogue.
I think
Size
of it as
is
regular size.
Your size is small.
What's Kron's size?
Medium.
Medium.
Not small.
Oh, small as average.
Sorry, so that's a yes or a no?
No, I don't believe so. You have to be 2 sizes smaller.
So I think that might have worked because what's his face was like.
It was Kevin. Kevin was a dragon.
For now, we'll say no, but I'll look it up later.
All right. I shall, I guess, maybe pull out my short bow.
Ooh.
Short bow.
Oh, that's a short sword. Oh, no, I got a short bow too.
Everything's
Those-
short.
Those are slightly different weapons, but yeah.
And I'll target somebody who's in front of me.
Hopefully the rat.
Or the dwarf.
Yeah,
Either way.
somebody.
Why am I moving? Who's moving me?
Come back here and we'll do short bow and we'll try to hit the rat.
You tried to hit the rats, but unfortunately, with Kron in the way, it's hard to see where exactly it is. The arrow flies into the stone wall behind it.
Okay. True. So you have to actually have this thing up to even see it in turn now, eh?
You could also do it on the combat tracker if you're looking at that. There's an end turn at the bottom. And Riddick takes another swing,
Oh,
even with the the +2, you sink your battle axe into the rat. Roll your damage. All right. How'd you like to do this?
Oh, yeah! Just chop its head right off. Right off. Just right through it. Cleave it in twain.
You split his head in twain.
That's right. And it's not just a flesh wound. Guessing we want the combat tracker's gone.
Combat tracker's gone. All right, so Rivik walks over and he sinks his battle axe right through the head of the last remaining giant rat. It rolls into the corner. Its body drops, goes on its side, and the rest of the body is still kind of twitching as the head sits in the corner of the room.
Nice shot, Rivik.
Oh, hey guys, okay? Me was scared, giant rats.
They're gone. You can eat them if you want.
Maybe later. You're all.
So from where we are, can we see what this is?
You can now that you've gotten closer. You notice the cobblestone flooring in this room that runs past the jail cells. It contains 2 trapdoors blocked open by iron spikes. You can see down them into they're pit traps, 20 feet deep. You're looking down them, you can see rat bones, rusted bits of metal, and filth. The pit doors, they've been triggered, and you take a look and you can see these pieces of metal that have been jammed to prevent the doors from reclosing.
Looks like somebody's been this way.
Can we easily enough get around the first pit trap there?
Yep. There's a walkway, 2-foot wide walkway on the left-hand side that you can see that you can walk around.
I take a quick peek in here just to make sure it's also the same as the other rooms.
Yeah, you pop in. It looks like another small cell.
Same old, same old. All right.
You make your way past the cells into this rather large room. You can see the cobblestone flooring. Down at the end, you notice another dry fountain along the northern wall, remarkably similar to the one that you saw before.
I'll go over and I'll take a look at it, looking for any inscriptions.
Wow,
I seem to
he's
get my
doing
token over there at all for some reason.
drag it.
I can't.
While he Adolin goes to check the fountain,
Okay.
I kind of just take a look down in this pit trap because I'm morbid like that.
Okay. So you walk over and you take a look at this pit trap. It's also been jammed open with a piece of iron. You take a look at the bottom and you can see the bottom. And again, it's just looks like there's a couple of small rat corpses that have rotted away. A little bit of bones that you can see. Nothing that really catches your attention.
Is there a way to get to the door?
There is, just as the other pit trap, when you first came into the room, there's a little walkway on the left-hand side, about 2 feet wide, that you can use to walk to get to the door.
Can I retrieve one of the rats
Okay.
and throw him here?
Okay. You head back into the room. You pick up the rat that's missing the head. You walk back out and you toss it in the room.
A valiant effort. But so much for symmetry.
Seems like a waste of a good rat carcass when you could have had the dwarf walk over there.
Not only that, there's these little things here. And
Those are
there's
torches.
another one. Is that what they are? Okay.
Yep. Yeah, you let two of them in the other hallway back there. All right, so Adolin, you go up to the fountain in front of you.
Okay.
Remarkably similar to the other one. Make a perception check.
Okay.
All right, you take a look at the fountain. You do notice, again, at the bottom of the fountain is some inscriptions, but again, you cannot read it.
Does it look like, if I were to compare it to the inscriptions we read before, does it look like the same inscription?
Even though you can't tell what it is, it does not look to be the same. It's similar, but not identical.
Okay. Right. So probably the same incantation won't work.
Our little buddies here.
Yes. Hey, Meatball, can you come on over here?
Meebo.
Can you read this inscription, Meatball?
Meebo comes over and he looks at it. Yes, Meebo read. Meebo can read it.
Could you read it for us, please?
Let there be death. And as he says that,
Probably should have thought of that.
you now notice, you didn't notice it when you first came up to it, but there's a small metal pipe coming out of the mouth of the dragon. And as Meebo finishes his speaking, you can see this green gas flow quickly out of the front of the dragon, and it envelops you and Meebo.
Well, that's
And
lovely.
we're going to take a break there.
Let there be. Couldn't be.
If I live, I'm putting an arrow through that kobold.
Couldn't be gold.
I should have told the kobold again to read it word by word. You'd think kobolds would be intelligent enough to understand that. But
Could have been riches, golds.
Really? He
Let
didn't really
there be jewels.
struck me that way.
No. Let there be
Death.
Death. Okay, we'll see you back at 9 o'clock.
Okay.